Can you qualify your RBWM paper just by studying 50% of the syllabus? Yes, you can. Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. I am Anshul, your JAIIB mentor, and today in this session I'm going to share with you 15 topics in the next 15 minutes that will give you guaranteed 50 plus score in your retail banking and wealth management paper. So now you have less than 2 weeks time for your RBWM paper, and the question that comes in all of our mind is that how can now I prepare in a manner that will guarantee that I qualify my RBWM paper. Now that we have limited time in our hands, we cannot cover the whole syllabus, the complete 30 units. So, what we can do, we can just study 15 units, rather 15 topics, and they will definitely help me qualify my exam. All right, so let us start. First topic from module A that you definitely need to study. And these topics they are asked every time in your exam, in every exam cycle. And definitely all together these 15 topics they weigh more than 50 marks in your exam. First topic from module A is the business models from for your retail banking. So this topic is from your unit 2 business models. You have three business models: the strategic business unit, SBU, you have the departmental approach, and then the integrated. Now, among these three, SBU and departmental approach, the characteristics of each of these approaches very, very important. Apart from it, you also need to study the four models, the business process structures, the horizontally organized, vertically organized, predominantly vertical, and predominantly horizontally organized model. Then from module A, another very important topic is the measures of profitability. First, you need to understand the difference between profit and profitability, then the three levels of profit, and then ROE and ROA. That is it. From module A, these are the only topics that you need to study. All your questions from module A will be based on these topics. All right, apart from it, you can also study the very simple topic, which is the distinction between retail banking and corporate banking. That is all. So I have limited your complete module A to 5 to 6 topics. And basically, these are covered under these two topics. So 1 and 2 done. Next, we come to our module B, which is the most important module. Maximum questions and maximum topics they belong to the module B. So first you need to study under your unit 5 you have the Maslow's theory. So there is the pyramid given by Abraham Maslow. You have the 5 levels of the needs, human needs that you need to study: the psychological, safety, social esteem, and self actualization needs. Then the fourth important topic is the product life cycle. This is from your unit 6 of module B, the product development process. It is quite a lengthy chapter, but only one topic: the product life cycle. The stages right from the introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. That is all. Then we move on to the fifth topic, that is the credit scoring model. Again, a very simple but extremely important topic for you. Credit scoring. What is a good credit score? How do you manage the credit score? The warning signs and the credit information companies, how they form the credit report for us. Then the sixth topic is from your unit 8. Now the whole unit 8 is important, the important retail liability products. But repeatedly we see questions from the opening of your current account and your demand account. All right, savings account, current account, your CASA deposits, and then certain questions from your time deposit as well. Then this is your fifth and sixth topic. Seventh topic, you need to study about the remittance products. That is unit 11. NEFT, RTGS, ECS, NACH. These are the topics that you cannot skip. definitely a high weightage is from this topic, the remittance products. Then you have the eighth topic, which is the IDRBT and its institutes. So here you need to study about the Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technologies and Infinet, SFMS, NFS and IBCC. These are the various institutes or steps taken by our IDRBT, right? The technology services provided. Then this is after your seventh and eighth topic, you have your classification of irregular loan accounts. Now we move on to another very important unit, unit 14, recovery of retail loans. So you need to study the irregular loan accounts. What is an irregular loan account? You have the special mention account category 0, 1 and 2. Then you have your substandard asset, doubtful asset and loss assets. What is the time period beyond which if a account remains non-performing, it will enter into the loss asset, the provisioning requirements. Whole chapter, and then from the same chapter you have your SARFAESI Act again for the recovery policy of the banks. The enforcement of the SARFAESI Act, provisions of the SARFAESI Act, security interest, right? This is important. You have the DRT and the DRAT. And recovery through the Lok Adalat is also important, covered all under our SARFAESI Act. Then 11th topic is securitization. That is unit 16 from your module B. So as you can see, the highest weightage of these 15 important topics we can see from module B. Module B is very, very, very important, right? So under securitization, you will be studying the definition of obliger, originator, securitization, SPV and a sponsor. Then what is the securitization process? Right? It starts with the pooling of assets, then in return for an immediate cash payment, pool of assets is transferred to the SPV. Then in the second stage, repackaging and selling the security. We have in detail covered this whole topic in our paid classes as well as in the YouTube sessions. Make sure that you study this topic very well, right? So we are here till the 11th topic. Then the 12th important topic is your BCSBI. So here for the service standards for retail banking, the BCSBI was set up. When was it set up? Under the chairmanship of whom? Then the codes set up by the BCSBI for the customers and then the MSME. Then the BCSBI was dissolved. What is the role of CEPD? All of these topics again very, very important, right? So 12 topics are done and then we are left with three more topics, that is from our module D, that is the types of investment products. So the whole module D again is very important. So you need to study about the alternative assets, the different types of bonds, mutual fund products. When you are studying about the bonds, you should in detail know about the characteristics of convertible bond, then government bonds. Apart from it, what is the fixed rate bond, floating rate bond, inflation indexed, municipal bonds in India, right? Then mutual fund again, the types of mutual funds, equity mutual fund, debt mutual fund, sectorial, ELSS, open and closed ended. This is important. Then you have tax planning. Again, a very, very important topic. Here you need to understand the financial year, assessment year and previous year. Then the income tax slab rate, the old tax regime versus the new tax regime. What are the deductions allowed in the new tax regime and deductions not allowed in the new tax regime, which are earlier given in the old tax regime. And finally, the para banking or third party products in retail banking. So, insurance business, mutual fund business, the social security insurance schemes. So, you need to study in detail about the Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana and the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. cross selling of products, then depository services, portfolio management services. What is the difference between portfolio management services and wealth management services? Then we have the difference of the other agency business by banks, so sale of sovereign gold bonds, Atal Pension Yojana, all of these topics. So as you can see, these 15 topics, maximum from your module B, then weightage is high of module D, and then one topic from module C and two topics from module A. That is all. So out of your 30 units, we are focusing only on 15, and I give this guarantee to you that 100% you can score 50 plus marks in your RBWM paper by studying only these topics. All right, so numerical part is covered in the first part, the profitability measures, ROA and ROE. You also need to study the three levels of profit: gross profit, operating profit, and net profit. Numerical part is done. Then you will cover the theoretical part. And all of these topics are very, very conceptual and fact based. So easily you can devote 1 hour daily or 2 hour daily if possible and cover these 15 units. After you cover each of these units, when you give mock tests, you will understand, full length mock test, you will understand that much weightage, more than 50% weightage, is from these topics only. So believe this thing when I say that this is enough for your preparation. All right. And now, if you want to prepare in the last 1 week, how and what strategy should you follow? This is given in the capsule batch. So the JAIIB 2025 RBWM paper capsule batch that I will be taking in your English medium, the schedule that you need to follow on YouTube as well as in your paid classes, we have already discussed in detail in the YouTube session that you can watch. So here you will get 25 plus hours of live marathon for your full revision. So starting from Sunday, right? First, we will have the class for case studies plus numericals, complete case studies and numerical marathon session. So 4 to 5 hour session. Then from Monday, we will on YouTube be discussing all the MCQs covering all the units of all the four are modules, rather five modules. Even module E we are going to cover, right? So starting from module A on Monday, then module B, C, D, and E. First on YouTube, we'll be discussing these MCQs. Then in the paid batches, in the paid classes, that is from 7 to 9 MCQs. Then from 9 in your paid classes, we'll be covering the theoretical part. All right. So you need to attend both YouTube sessions as well as the paid classes. Both are very important. So you need to practice the MCQs as well as you need to revise the theory. So simply go on the website or app of Oliveboard. You will search for the capsule course for your RBWM paper, English medium, and I will be starting these classes once you are done with your exam on Sunday. All right, so you'll get live marathons for your full revision. You'll also get these classes in the non-banking hours only after 7 p.m. in the evening. So module wise important MCQs are covered, and apart from it, you will also get 10 full length RBWM mock tests. So this is what you're going to get in this capsule batch. And that is all for today. We have discussed the 15 most important topics that are enough. If you cover these topics only, then also you'll score 50 plus marks in your RBWM paper, and definitely you'll be able to qualify it in this very cycle of May 2025. That is all from my side. If you have any doubts, any queries related to the course, anything at all, you can let me know in the comment section. If you found the video helpful, please make sure to like it, share the video, and subscribe to the channel of Oliveboard JAIIB CAIIB. Now I will see you again in more such important sessions and in the capsule batches. Thank you so much and all the best.